Hello? Hello, hello, hello? Hello! We're back, baby! Oh, it feels like it's been so long. Well, when was the last one? Shall we have a little look? See, surely it was the Real Betis game, no? Surely it was the Real Betis game. It was the 28th. So 2 weeks and like a couple of days. But it feels like it's been so much more. My God. Champions League final. I didn't do the Champions League final in the end. I was out on the piss. But we're back. We're here. I'll be doing a stream every single game of the tournaments. Starting, of course, with today. I need to get the fan on because it is fucking hot. It is on DAZN today. DAZN. But it will be on Channel 5 tomorrow for those of you watching in the UK. And there we go. That's the ticket. Bayern Munich have just won 10-0 against Auckland City. So I don't want to say we need to be worried, but there's a little cause for concern because if we finish second in the group, it does mean that we face first in Bayern Munich's group, and goal difference already would suggest that it will be Bayern Munich that are through to the next round with just 2 more games to go. But like I say, Auckland City are an absolute bag of bones. Flashbacks, Vietnam flashback style to 2019 when we faced Bayern Munich in the Champions League those years ago. And I think it was like 7-1 on aggregate. Man, how are you putting yourself through this shit? Well, with you guys. Thought you'd join me for it. I feel like I'm going to be knackered by the end of the tournament because there are going to be some absolutely diabolical games here. So, fingers crossed, we make some entertainment out of it through us being ourselves, you know, and try and keep the whistle wet between now and the start of the season. Of course, there will be Chelsea games. We're playing LAFC tomorrow. We're playing against Olivier Giroud and Hugo Lloris. We've got to keep Olivier Giroud at bay in our game tomorrow. But I thought we'd get started on the tournament. Everyone and their granny is doing it to fucking Lewis and Matisse starting like an hour ago. Get a life. Get a life. I know they're probably talking about Chelsea and like football in general, but fuck me. I just couldn't do it. An hour before watching this, it's dedication is what that is. But do join me for the tournament, the whole tournament, every single day. I think I can tell you now, more or less, what we have planned. As well as, don't forget, the start tomorrow is, of course, the first episode of Transfer Daily. We're going to be... I don't really know what to expect. It could be an absolute flop and a half, but we'll see what happens. Of course, I'll be doing transfer news every single day. The transfer window reopens tomorrow. So we will be doing transfer news from 6 p.m. UK time every single weekday. And I think about 2 or 3 p.m. depending on the weekends as well, all the way until transfer deadline days. So with that said, this week we've got Chelsea versus LAFC on Monday. Tuesday we've got River Plate versus Urawa Red Diamonds. Wow. We've got Real Madrid versus Al Hilal on Wednesday. Thursday we've got Inter Miami versus FC Porto. And on Friday, we've got Chelsea versus Flamengo. Saturday, we've got Mamelodi Sundowns versus Borussia Dortmund. And we finished the week with Real Madrid versus Pacua. Or Pachua, however the fuck you want to say it. We're back, baby! Please do like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be notified of any future content. You get the gist. That's the first of the season. It's like I never missed a beat. All the turquoise you could want in a refereeing kit as the officials make their way onto the pitch. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. For those of you asking, the holiday was sufficient. It was sufficient. Wasn't quite what we had in mind. It was quite heavy on the. I've never seen so many newborn babies in my fucking life. And luckily for us, we had a room that had a private pool. We splashed out a little bit on the holiday, and no, quite the opposite, I must say. Quite literally the opposite. All inclusive. It was more or less every time we had to be in contact with other people, it just pissed us off well, pissed me off, but it pissed the missus off as well. It was just a holiday where by the end we were just ready to go home because my God, just so many kids running around, so many children, and luckily, like I say, we had a private pool on our sort of like balcony sea view, which meant that we could get away. I just ended up buying beers from the supermarket and just having beers in the pool and all that sort of stuff. But we never once went in the actual like the pool for the rest of everyone else. Not once. Didn't tickle my pickle one bit, I must say. It was just so many children. Nowhere did it say it was a family-friendly hotel. Why are all the players coming out one after another? What is this? Why are they're all getting introduced like individually? What the fuck is going on? The CFC preseason has begun. Come on, Chelsea, enjoy your summer holiday, says Johnny English. I'm still wondering what it is. Is it because they won the Champions League? I'm very confused. Very, very confused indeed. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your predictions for this game, I guess. I know what CFXI means. It just means Chelsea fans 11. As in the XI for, starting 11. Can't even afford text. Oh. Could you not? Was that not big enough super chat for you to say what you wanted to say? Stephen, I'm standing at the bar, son. I must say though, I've had my beers. I've had a fuckload of beers, to be completely honest with you. I have had a significant amount of alcohol over the last 2 weeks, and as such, I'm going on a bit of a teetotal for about a month. Because my word, I've made the most of it, I must say. I've put on about a stone, and I'm going to try and whack that off. I fully anticipated I was going to put a bit on because obviously going on holiday and having the most of it and all inclusive, all that sort of stuff. So it's not to worry. This is all normal. This is all part of the plan. I've caught the sun. I am a little bit tan. I mean, for me anyway. Look at that. I mean, don't worry about this side is very pale, but then you look at like, whoa, look at that. Whoa, I'm tanned, baby. I've got some colour. I've got some colour indeed. Oh, man, I swear to God, I'm not being funny. 2 a.m. for our third game when we play against Esperance or whatever the fuck they're called. And I'm watching our players come out one at a time. I'm going to fall asleep. I'm not being funny. This is torture. This is absolute torture. What is going on? Get him on the pitch! I bet the missus has not missed me shouting. And we are 10 minutes into the first stream of the season. And I'm already bellowing. Imagine if they introduce all the staff as well. Man, this is just stinky. This is the absolute worst. There's so many empty seats. Look how many empty seats there are. These are the European champions, for Christ's sake. Oh, look at the way they're doing the handshakes as well. It's in such a weird formation. They're going like in a circle. What the hell is going on? Gianluigi Donnarumma in goal. Nuno Mendes, Willian. Okay, you didn't get to see that for more than 2 seconds there. I do have the overlay here. I don't like it personally. I think it looks a little bit shit. I won't lie. So this is just temporary. This is just on the screen for now. But there you go. There's the starting 11s. Not that anyone gives a toss. Yeah, there you go. Oh, I just want the season to start. I'm already bored of this. This is going on. Like, the game should have started 2.5 minutes ago. Unless there is a significant delay, they are 2.5 minutes, nearly 3 minutes delayed because they've been fucking about with this introduction to the players. Man. Well, let me tell me how's your summer going so far? Are you bored shitless without Chelsea? Are you hopeful in the transfer window? Are we going to get another striker? Are we going to get another goalkeeper? Are we going to stick with Penders for next season out of absolutely nowhere, or are we going to stick with Sanchez? It's a little bit of a confusing situation that we find ourselves in because the old Mike Maignan, that whole thing. I was on the way back from the hotel to the airport when that was all properly kicking off, and man, the absolute uproar, the absolute just mayhem on Twitter that day was I would argue all time, certainly up there indeed. We are still not underway. I would have just been so much happier coming back from my holiday if we'd signed him, but you know, 4 million is asking a lot, you know, of a team like Chelsea. £4 million that is asking a lot. Kick the fucking ball! What is going on here? 10 seconds. Look at the timer above. It's been 5 minutes over time. Just kick the fucking thing. Oh my God. Come on. What was that? Why is he just fucking booting it? Why has he just kicked it? Like, what? Oh, he's going to have to retake it. What is going on? What? What is going on? What the fuck is going on? What the hell is this? Does anyone have any fucking idea? Does anyone have any idea? He's just booted it again. He's been made to retake the kickoff And he's booted it out for a goal kick from the centre spot. Have I just come back with amnesia or something, and I don't know how football is meant to be played? This game's going to piss me the fuck off. It's going to take a lot. It is going to take so much, because clearly from the viewing numbers here as well with the stream, not a lot of people care about the Club World Cup. So I really want to stay consistent, and I really want to, stay consistent in doing all the streams like I've said. But already the format of this, whatever the hell is going on with this, is already making it difficult, or very easy actually, to just say I'm just not going to do it. Did the game start late? Yes, it did. 2 minutes 45. I mean, technically, according to FOTMob, they're like a minute ahead. The fact that it's only being streamed on DAZN, and it's only being streamed is fucking annoying. Like, no television companies wanted it, so we're just going to be constantly behind. That said, it's oh my god, what a chance! Free kick wide. Alvarez. It's on Channel 5 in the UK for some, I mean, most of, if not all the English games. Great free kick. Would have beaten Donnarumma if it had been on target, but there you go. Where did you go on holiday? I went to Rhodes. In Greece. And I must say, not the first time in my life, but the first time in my adult life. And I will say, it will be the last time as well. Not that it was a shithole. It was very nice, but it's just not for me. It's not for me. Are we doing the 2 o'clock game? We are doing the 2 o'clock game. We are. God help me, but I need to actually check, right? Channel 5 TV guide. TV guide. It's going to be 0-0. If that game isn't on... oh my God, wait, what? When's that game? Is it... Wait, what? Oh, no. So, 16th, then we're playing on the 20th, and then we're playing on the 25th. Channel 5 Club World Cup fixtures. Surely they've said what games it's going to be. Chelsea versus... Is Tunis Esperance? Yes, thank God. The game between Esperance and Chelsea on the 25th is on Channel 5, so there will be no delay. You can fucking bet your bottom bippy. If that was on streaming only, I would not be doing the fucking thing at 2 o'clock in the morning just for some little shit to spoil the score for me. Oh man, I'd be going straight back to bed. Thoughts on Liam Delap in the World Cup? It'll be a good test for him. It'll be I think a lot of people, even though I reckon it'll give a chance for the people that were very unsure on him, or like, listen, you can be one of those people that were sort of like, I didn't really want him, or we can do better. Listen, this was never meant to be him as our, at least this is what we're being told, isn't it? He's not meant to be our number one. He's not meant to be our out and out striker just yet. He's not there to replace Jackson per se. We're still looking for that main striker. At least that's what we've been told. And for 30 million, you know, the amount of goals that he's got in a relegation side, 12 goals and I think like 2 or 3 assists. It's good numbers. And he's pretty big. He's got that sort of shithouse mentality about him. As a backup striker, I really don't see it going too badly for what we paid. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like it could be worse. How do we if he didn't have the release clause and we ended up paying like 60 million for him, I would absolutely call it a dead transfer. Like it would have pissed me off. I think it would have pissed a lot of people off. But a 30 million for an in-form Premier League proven striker is cheap. So cheap. Do you know what's even cheaper? Like fucking 12 million or whatever it was for Mike Maignan, but there we go. Apparently too much because he's got 6 months left on his fucking contract, but there we go. Luke could have his own section in the best moments of the new season, or of the season video. I still have to watch the whole thing. I'm about halfway through, but I have been very, very busy. I'm back to work tomorrow, boys and girls. Can you believe it? Unbelievable. It has gone by so fast, so quickly. Transfer daily stream. I thought I'd just add that to the pinned comments. So again, for those of you that just joined in, Transfer Daily streams start tomorrow, 6 p.m. Minimum of about half an hour. We just cover all of the ins and outs, the transfer details and transfer rumours surrounding Chelsea. Majority of that being Chelsea, and we'll cover any big things. But that'll be every single day between now and September 1st. So I'm going to be a tired boy, to say the least. Someone is down at the moment, holding their face. Derm, how's it going? Welcome. What is going on here? He is quite clearly dived there. I've missed the streams as well. It's crazy what 2 weeks can do. You look at the numbers now compared to the end of the season. I've fallen off. Imagine if I didn't do any videos whatsoever. My God. It's crazy how consistent you have to be. At the same time, though, it's more so, again, because people just don't give a shit about this game or this tournament. So I think with a little bit consistency, that's the thing. We've got to make sure we're consistent, boys and girls. So I will say, for games that aren't Chelsea, we're looking at pretty much all 8 o'clock kick. So pretty much I'm streaming every day, twice a day. Whilst the tournament's going on, I'm doing a transfer stream at 6 and then a watch along at 8 every single day. Flamengo versus Chelsea will start a little early, I think, because we're playing at 7 o'clock. That'll be a 6:30 start time for that watch along. And then Mameloni Sundowns is going to be 5 p.m. on Saturday. I'm going to try and find games that not everyone is going to do. So it's not just everyone doing the same watch-alongs. Otherwise, it's just boring. If I'm doing the same ones that Mark Goldbridge is doing or Matisse is doing, and I'm just competing with them. It will just get on my tits, really. Good chance here down the left-hand side for PSG. Atletico definitely looking the better side so far. And a head wide. Devon Cube says, what's up, Harry? What's more realistic to happen? Arsenal winning the Champions League or R-Truth dethroning John Cena as champion? The latter, sadly. I love me some R-Truth, but it's going to be annoying, but it is going to happen. It is absolutely going to happen. Matisse robbed me in the fan reaction tournament. Did he beat me in the fan reaction tournament? Outrageous if that is the case. Because I've seen his reactions, my God. I didn't even know I was in a tournament. I can categorically say there is no... I mean, that is purely because he has more of a following than I do. If we had the same level of following, you best believe logic would prevail and suggest that there is no competition to be had. There is no competition. Your clip was like 20 seconds. Matisse's was like 2 minutes. Is that from fan reactions, whatever his name is? He's swayed towards his being completely censored was bullshit. Mine was completely censored, was it? They censor fuck, but not the C word. I'm so confused what is going on. I'm so confused. I'm trying to see, right, the competitiveness of this does not seem like pre-season so far. Like, there's a little bit where it's like really not going too hard in, but then there's been some crunching tackles all the same. Yours was Sanchez against City, and Matisse's was Rice's second free kick against Madrid. What does that even mean, though? Was it like whose reaction of the season? I mean, that says everything. If his biggest reaction of the season was a game that wasn't even including Chelsea, like, what? You need another long sleeve for your display to look better. I mean, I like the way it looks at the moment. I much prefer the white. The white shirt's so much nicer than the home. I do like the home kit, but the long-sleeved one is just a bit ass. I won't lie. It's just not as nice as I was hoping it would be. I actually commentate on the game. Well, not on this one, I would say. Though it's pretty hard to commentate on something that is as fucking dull as it is so far. Just looks longer than the others. It's very long. And it doesn't, you know, the annoying thing as well is it's not stretchy. It goes to like there. When you want to pull it up, it goes to there. It really doesn't stretch that far. Which is frustrating. I was hoping to be able to actually like roll my sleeves up. Man, 14 minutes played. And again, it is as high intensity as you would have expected it to be. As I said, a little bit more than you'd expect, but also just the pure lack of crowd. Let me hear how loud it is. I need to... It's dead. Completely dead. So I have a feel like I've just got a hunch Chelsea's games are going to be one of the more filled ones. But this is arguably what the World Cup is going to be like, right? Although, I don't know, because you'd think with nations, it's going to be a little bit more intense. Like, people are going to... People don't want to come to America. Do you know what I mean? No one wants to go to America. And I think they're going to see that with this. Like, the lack of people actually, like, flying out to be there will be a bit of a worry for numbers regarding the World Cup. They're going to lose money for sure, I reckon. Weird stadium, this as well. Where is this? Have we played here before? It's at the Rose Bowl. The Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California. So, just in the middle of fucking nowhere, really. Again, who's actually going to go all the way to LA to go to Pasadena? Like middle of LA, I could understand, but this is such a out of the way sort of thing for PSG versus Atletico Madrid. You're just not going to see too many of their fans going there. I bet there's not very many. Played over the top. Good chance here. Shots. First real shot of the game. It's taken 16 minutes and a P-roller at that. Oblak, nothing to do there except just pick it up off the floor. Referee says continue, even though there's a push in the back here. Good chance! Headed. Brought down. And a save from Oblak. It's Carver. With, I would say, probably the biggest chance of the game so far, coming just 30 seconds after that first chance. I'm starting now. It's very half-assed. It's very, very half-assed. Keep one, demote one as mods, and ban one from chat. Reese, Phoebe, and Luke. I mean, considering Reese and Phoebe are the only ones out of those three here, makes it very easy as to who's being banned from chat. Luke, it's time to go. And then it's hard to really... I'll keep both as they're here. But I won't even demote Luke. I'll just ban him. The Tucker timeout. That's what we should call it. Give him the old Tucker timeout. Went to the bridge today for the photo opportunity with all 5 UEFA honours. Nice thing to have. I mean, we're the only ones in existence to have it, Matt. So count yourself lucky. Count yourself fortunate to be so blessed as to be pictured with all of them at once. As I say, we are the only ones. We've won it all. We've officially now won it all once again for the second time. PSG looking as though they're closing in on the first goal of the game. Unfortunately for us, I don't think we're going to have a 10-0 slobber knocker of a game, but there is the first goal. It's taken 18 minutes. It's the third shot of the game, and it's PSG, as I was saying, that they'd be the team to get the first goal. They have done just that. 1-0 PSG in this snooze fest of a game. Hopefully that opens the... it's a brilliant goal. Really, really nice goal. Played inside, edge of the box, and a first-time schwap. Just on the inside of the D. Low, driven shot. Past Oblak. Bottom corner as you like. Pick that one out. I mean, they're all celebrating pretty hard. I'm not going to lie. Luis Enrique jumping for joy off the bench. Fucking hell. I'm unsure how, I'm going to treat this as if it's the Champions League, right? I just am. Because you look at the teams that are in this. Of the ones that are actually going to do anything, you know. There might be a couple of upsets. Hopefully we're not involved in said upsets, but I would... I'd like to think that this is going to be quite the challenge for us. It's got better teams than the Conference League. That's for damn sure. So, terrible tackle there on Hakimi. And it's going to be a first yellow card of the game for Longley. And this could go from bad to worse. He's being paid to celebrate. Probably. Listen, I've got my theories, right? I've got my theories. I genuinely think that there's certain things in place, right? Where you've got to play like your best players in certain games, like your first game. I think these teams have been told, like, you have to field your strongest side. Or for the most part, you know. And then I also think that they've been told, like, you have to celebrate. There's none of this walking away stuff or just doing like a fucking none of that. I think it is a case of they've been told, like, you have to celebrate. We want this to be taken seriously. We want this to be a serious tournament. So if you don't celebrate, you'll be penalised. You'll be told off. They won't get deducted points or anything, but I don't think FIFA will be looking kindly on them if they don't take this seriously. PSG with a free kick here. In it comes. Decent attempt. Cleared away. And a counter-attack could be on. If not, given away. Here's Carver. Inside, 1-2, buck on me swoop. Doué plays it to the back post. And it's going to be kept in. Offsides? No offside. The referee was putting his hand to the whistle. Or his mouth to the whistle. Whistle to his mouth. Shots! All Black with the save. This just doesn't feel like a competitive game. Feels like a friendly. I was saying that at the start. It felt like it wasn't. Because it was quite rough at first, but I do think it's like dissipated a little bit much now, like a little bit too much. I also think that Atletico just aren't in the same sort of level as PSG these days. But the intensity just isn't there right now. I would imagine later on in the tournament. Like, listen, teams like PSG, they're going to try and walk it. And so far, they might be able to do it. You know, they're barely trying that hard. And they're already 1-0 up against Atletico, who are through here. And this could be a red card. Last man. It could very well be. VAR. Last man, Atletico Madrid was through. We could be looking at a red card here, making this a very interesting game indeed. The defender is down, holding his head for some reason. This is a red card. I don't know what to tell you. He's fouled him. If this isn't a red card, then this tells you everything you need to know about this tournament. It's a bit far from goal. What is even happening here? Have PSG been given the free kick there? What? It's a throw-in. What is going on here? Where he's thrown it back to... What is fucking going on? I am baffled. I'm baffled as to the rules that are going on in this game so far. Atletico Madrid, you could argue 50-50, right? And then he's got clobbered in the back of the head. And then it's gone out. And so they've just done like, you know, just throw it back to them. But, for the love of God. Atletico are having an absolute stinker of a game here. Deliberately taking him down there. Under no pressure whatsoever. Ridiculous. Did baby Rufus miss you when you were away? Was he all excited when he got back? He was indeed. He stayed with his nan for the 2 weeks that he was there, and he didn't know what to make of it from the get-go. He was a bit confused. He was right down the end of the garden, the back garden, sort of hidden, so that we could like sneak in. And absolutely done brilliantly well. And we sort of came in and we're like, hello, you right? And then he just went really low to the ground and his ears dropped and he was just like, sort of like, oh, what the fuck are you doing here? Oh my God, you remembered. And then, needless to say, went absolutely fucking mental as soon as he realized it was actually us. And that because you got to think, that's the first time. I don't know if I'd ever actually like elaborated, but that's the first time we've ever left him, the two of us, for that amount of time. Like, before that, the two of us leaving him on his own was for like an hour and a half at most. If that, maybe like an hour. To then go and leave him for 2 weeks. He was very confused. I think he got used to living with his nan, and was like, well, I guess this is my life now. I guess this is what I'm going to have to put up with now for the rest of my life. And I think he liked it personally. But then when it came to actually going home, and I was packing the car to get us on the road, he ran out that door. He was very adamant that he was coming with us on the way back. He gave her a goodbye, like a proper goodbye and a cuddle and everything like that. But as soon as that door opened, he was like, "Get me in that car." Bless him. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks is a long time for a dog as young as him as well. Oh man, Atletico stink. They fucking hoon. You seem to have forgotten it's opposite day in the USA. I mean, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if that was a genuine thing and that they've just integrated it into this. This tournament's it's an absolute joke so far. What was with the kickoff? Does anyone know? God almighty, hello. How's it going? PSG kicking the ball out for a throw. For a throw in right at kickoff so they'll press you is genius, as someone said. So it's on purpose. It's by design. They kick it straight out for a throw so then they put you under pressure at your corner flag. They make you go all the way back to your corner flag so then they press you to make a mistake. I mean, it makes sense, to be fair. It does make sense. Corner ball headed away. It's about 6 defenders on 2. And it's a wrong pass. Atletico, half an hour played, looking really, really poor so far. They did that in the UCL final. I didn't watch it. I tweeted out saying this has got to be the worst final in history, and people went at me, and I was like, I'm not watching it, so I don't know. But I saw it as like 5-0 at the end, and I said that's got to be the shittest Champions League final in history, and people were like, it's actually pretty good if you don't know ball. And I was like, I'm at the pub, I'm not watching the fucking game. I was in a pub that didn't have a TV, you know. I was in a beer garden trying to get on my holiday, you know what I'm saying? So I wasn't too bothered. Half an hour played. I'm surprised there isn't like a drinks break in this. Oh, wait. I think I spoke too soon. They're literally having a drinks break just as... Calling break is what they're calling it. I just say things and it comes to fruition. Do you know what I'm saying? I just... It was a very one-sided final, but PSG annoyingly played good football. Well, I can understand if that was the case. I do still stand by the premise that 5-0 in a Champions League final is not a good final. That does not make for a good final. It might be an entertaining final for viewers, but from an actual like finals standpoint, it's not a good thing if a team's winning 5-0. The opposition clearly nowhere near the standards needed for a final. Realistically speaking, I mean, we'll have to see once the tournament tree is like filled out, because like I say, if we finish first, we're not in the same side as Bayern Munich, for instance. Whereas if we come second, we are in the same side as them. So it will be interesting to see once the tournament tree is like populated, who we can potentially place in the final. Couple of Frenchies there. Fair point. Where you're not there. What other games are there tomorrow? We've got a 3 a.m. game tonight. Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders. Boca Juniors versus Benfica. The stadium looks full. I mean, it might now be. It absolutely wasn't before. No, that's not full. It's more full than it was. There's definitely way more people there now. So, Tell has now signed for Tottenham, did he? 15th of June. Tottenham confirmed the permanent signing of Tell from Bayern. How the fuck have they done that? How's that happen? I'm definitely watching the 11 p.m. game with Esteval playing for Palmeiras. Cannot wait to see him. I don't know. I saw I mean, that was definitely a handball there, ref. Just because PSG is still in like fucking possession of the ball. He literally held the ball there. Tell confirmed. I was watching the TikTok earlier today. Some bloke explaining Esteval and like the amount of time that he's played in his entire career isn't even as much as like our top 6 players minutes played in just the league alone. Like Esteval's game time in his whole career is less than our top 6 game time in the Premier League alone. And so to assume that Esteval is going to just jump into our starting 11, he was saying that a lot of people need to sort of readjust their expectations of what Esteval is going to be doing. Because a lot of people are expecting him to be like Yamal, but realistically, he's not going to be a starter for us straight away. Andre Santos, on the other hand, could be. I'm unsure where he would fit in like a starting 11 basis, but annoyingly, our midfield is pretty much sorted with like that 3 being Caicedo, Enzo, and Palmer. Wingers are very much up for debate. You know, but then does Esteval take over from someone like Madueke, who's got loads of game time? I know so many people are going to be like, well, yeah, you start Esteval over fucking Madueke, but it's not. I don't think it is as simple as that. Oh man, seeing Nkunku posing for the games, like in his kit and everything, is just so frustrating. Because what is he even doing there? What is Nkunku even doing there? I don't get it. He was supposed to be gone. It's going to be even more frustrating if he actually gets game time. You know what I mean? Like, if he ends up actually getting some game time in this tournament, oh God. I'm interested to see. Well, let's have a look at the buying game, because I'd imagine there can't be that many substitutes, right? Musiala with a hat trick, Muller with a brace, Elise with a brace, Bowie with a goal, and Coman with a brace as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it is just like 5 substitutes. I've never seen so many red ratings on FOTMob, but then somehow Illich or Lich has a 7.2 for them, 7.1. So at least that's a rule that I can get behind is, you know, it's not unlimited. It's not unlimited substitutes, because otherwise it is just a glorified preseason game or preseason tournament. He's like that one uncle that everybody hates but gets invited to family gatherings anyway. I've seen loads of people saying it looks like Nkunku looks like he's being held hostage on that plane. Like he just looked so unhappy. What's this poll? I don't like that they've got like, I don't want to see that. Get this off my screen. I don't want to see this, man. Move. How do I get rid of the chat on DAZN? Move. Palmer is a rasta. How do I get this shit off the screen? Fuck me. Oh, man. DAZN is going to be so annoying this tournament. I can feel it. Here's PSG. Played out wides. Left-hand sides. Cuts inside. If he can get the shot off, push to the floor. And then the refereeing is questionable so far, I must say. It is questionable. Literally, how do I get this off the screen? How? Anyone? Who's bigger between Chelsea and Inter Milan earlier? It just is Chelsea. Yeah. Could be Inter. I think it's Chelsea. I could understand the argument for Inter, but click lineups maybe. Are you on fan zone? I just want to get it off the fucking screen. Because even if I go like full screen, it's just on the final third. It's just how to close fan zone to zone. PSG coming through. Five minutes to play still. To close the, you can use an ad blocker extension. I don't want to use a fucking ad blocker to... Just let me close it. I don't want to see it. I know I can just click on lineups and stats and stuff, but I want a full screen. Wow, you actually need an ad blocker. Oh, I see it. There we go. I've got it. I've got it. I needed to exit theater mode. That's what it was. I was in theater mode. That's my bad. I just didn't see the option at first. But yeah. I could for sure see why people would say, like, when was Inter formed? 1908, 3 years after us. They've got one Champions League more than us, but at the same time, they're like from the 60s. So, but then people would argue that's history, you know? People would argue that that is history. They've won a shitload of titles, 20 titles. Obviously, a lot more than us. Who knows? In terms of who's bigger now, it is probably Chelsea. Although, obviously, they were in a Champions League final not long ago, so... And Atletico just aren't putting up a fight at all. Like, I genuinely do, I only think people say I look like Harry Maguire because I'm white and I have... it's not even the same hair as him. It's like genuinely not even the same hairstyle that he has. I'm white and I have a square head. So people just go Harry Maguire, but I just don't think I look anything like him personally. Plus, he hasn't got a beard. And I feel like that's a pretty significant characteristic of mine. You know? I don't know. Grealish at Villa. Is it Kobel? I could see Kobel instead of, like, more so than Maguire. Maguire thing just seems so tired, like, just seems a bit forced. Whereas I feel like I genuinely have very similar characteristics to Kobel. You use Brave browser. It has built-in. What the hell is Brave browser? Am I old for not knowing that? Lorenzo Insigne. Well, never had that. I think purely because I've got a bit of a tan at the moment. I'd say that's a push, though. I'd say it's a bit of a push. Switch to Brave, it'll change your life. No, I do not work for them. 3 minutes of added time in, Jesus Christ, this incredibly boring game. Even if Atletico Madrid, they could get a goal here as well. Picked up a mistake. Griezmann, it's all over the place. Griezmann with the shots. Comfortable save right at Donnarumma. Would have been the perfect time for them to get the goal. That's Carver. Doué. In waits. They could be in here all the way through, and it's 2-0. Surely game, set, and match now. After one huge chance for Antoine Griezmann at one end, squandered. PSG, the European champions, have come all the way, seemingly just running through the defense, and they just open like the fucking Red Sea. It's just they're nowhere to be seen. The defense just absolutely shocking, and it's one of the easier goals that this guy will have in his fucking career. I'll tell you that much. Vitinha, is it? Just open goal. Just an open goal. Free chance, free shot, free goal. Vitinha, his second shot on target, or second attempt on goal. First on target, first goal. 3 minutes of added time, 1 minute to go. Atletico with a huge chance to equalise and then concede pretty much instantly after missing that chance. Here come Atletico. One last chance, maybe. 30 seconds remain in this first half. A corner ball. Thought that was Diego Forlan then. Then I realised that we're in 2025. It doesn't have that it doesn't have that big game feel to it. I must say, it really doesn't. Like that corner there, just so half-arsed. What even was that? Like, I know you don't want to get injured, right? But surely half-arsing a corner like that, you're at risk more so there. Oh, it's just so bad. Atletico stink. My words. Well, there we go. Half time, and hopefully, I'm praying to God that the game tomorrow is a little bit more interesting than that, a little bit more engaging than that, because, and I'm sure it will be. I'm sure it will be. You know, we'll all have a bit more of an interest in that game, given the fact that it is Chelsea. But my word, Vitinha, his goal was just on a plate for him, and then the first goal from, was it Ruiz? A good goal, I would say. Hopefully more people here as well. I would fucking bet my channel that there'll be more people than 20 people here for the game tomorrow, hopefully. It is what it is. I'm still going to do it, and I'm still going to go ahead with the transfer daily. Obviously a new show, so it might take some time for people to sort of catch on, but I'm hoping that we have some fun with it. It's not just going to be me reading out the news. It's going to be us discussing the whole thing, and hopefully we can have some sort of like live chat, sort of like a chat room thing where I think we discussed this before, but almost a bit like a chat room where people can join in and have their say on sort of like transfer dealings that are going on. But the format of Transfer Daily, it'll evolve, I think, because like I say, it's a daily thing for I mean, how many days is it? Days between June 16th to September 1st. 77 days. Oh, no. Have I set myself up for the impossible? 77 days in a row. I'm alleging that I will be doing a stream every single day for 77 fucking days. Oh, God. I thought it was like a month. I thought it was going to be like 35 days, 77 cocking days. It better be interesting. Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, at the very least, it's just half an hour here and there. Like, one day it's half an hour, next day it's like 45 minutes, then it's half an hour. And then on Friday, it might be like 2.5 hours. You never know. It could be a long one. But we'll just have to see how it goes. Like I say, hopefully it's an interesting transfer window, as interesting as it was for the opening 10 days or so that it was. We will just have to wait and see, won't we? With that said, with this tournament, I'm a little bit. I'm yet to be sold. I'm yet to be sold on just how much these teams are actually going to take it seriously, because right now it's not looking too. It's not looking too good. I don't know if it's just the tournament shit or Atletico Madrid are just really shit. And, you know, Atletico just aren't taking it seriously, or I don't know. So far, it's just been pretty much a walkover for PSG in this game. I would say that maybe maybe the game could be more entertaining if Atletico can get a goal straight away in the second half, which, spoiler alert, is not gonna fucking happen. We might be onto something, but PSG are not losing this game now. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if people start leading the game because they're like, wow, this is done. You know? Well, there you go. Chelsea versus LAFC, 8 o'clock tomorrow. It's basically like a pre-season, like a team won 10-0 earlier on. Yeah, it was... It was Bayern Munich. But then again, people are saying it's Auckland City. And barely any of them. All right, well, let's go through this. This is the occupation of a lot of the players in the squad. Their goalkeeper, Connor Tracy, works in a supervisory role at a veterinary supply warehouse, overseeing the distribution of pharmaceuticals, nutrition, and controlled drugs to vets across New Zealand. That's their goalkeeper. Their left wing back, when he was playing college soccer at Seattle University, his major was diagnostic ultrasound, but I don't think he has a job at the moment. Their centre back, Adam Mitchell, a 28-year-old Croatian-born defender, works in residential real estate, also loves Sudoku. Whoa! There you go. Michael Dinhaya, another centre-back. His LinkedIn tells us that he's a team leader at Life Changer Foundation, which is dedicated to building mental fitness and social connection in today's young people. Whoa! There we go. Another centre-back, Nico Boxall. Nico is a member of the investment sales for the Colliers New Zealand team in Auckland, which is a real estate division. Boxall specialises in the sales of commercial property in the emerging fringe markets. Invigorating stuff. Right wing-back, Regon Marathi. Marathi is a product owner at Kutahi Logistics, which is a shipping service. I think we're starting to realise now why they lost 10-0. Dylan Manicum. Manicum works as an assistant site engineer, but the 32-year-old is more recognisable not only on the football pitch, but the futsal court. He's played 63 times and scored 37 goals for New Zealand's futsal team. Gerard Garriga. Gallagher coaches at the academy's, the club's academy while working on projects to promote football in Auckland. According to his Twitter bio, he graduated in Cafe for INEFC and has a master's degree in secondary education. A master's in secondary education. How can you have a master's in another form of... That's like me saying I've got a master's in GCSEs. Doesn't make any sense. Mario Ilic. Ilic works as a sales representative for Coca-Cola in his day job. Wow. He used his entirety of annual leave to be able to join the teammates in America. Yeah, you've got to think. These people have to take annual leave. They have to take annual leave to play in this tournament. Crazy stuff. Maya Bevan. Auckland's star striker works as a community coach during the day. He also has a joint TikTok account with his partner, Juliet, which has over 700,000 followers. Wow. Unbelievable stuff. One of them is a trainee barber. It's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's good that they can allow players that are clearly not like full-time footballers to be able to play in a tournament like this. So like even though you've lost 10-0, a lot of those players will go home after the tournament, after their group stage games, and be like, it's a fucking laugh, though, isn't it? they'll go home and be like, yeah. But at least I got to play, you know? It's only embarrassing if you're a full-time footballer that you know, loses 10-0. If we lost 10-0, it's embarrassing. If they lose 10-0, they get to go home to their factory job and be like, yeah, but at least I got to play against Harry Kane. You know what I'm saying? At least I got to play against Elise. So on and so forth. A lot of people don't get that opportunity. So for them, it's a dream come true. Anyone else, it's a disaster and a career ender. What's the goal of the team? Go on, lads, go get embarrassed. I think it's just go out there and have a laugh, you know? I don't think any of them take it too seriously. None of them know. None of them are going into that thinking they're going to win the title. And I'm fairly sure they earn a lot of money. Not the players necessarily, but the club will earn quite a lot of money from just being in the thing. Like Chelsea, I think we get between. It's a vast sort of spectrum. The numbers that are being thrown about, but I think we're touted to earn between like £7 to £28 million just for showing up, not even having kicked a ball. Just for Chelsea to show up, we get a minimum of £7 to £28 million just to show up, which, again, a rather broad number to give there. It's not very specific, but all the same, it's a lot of money. It is a lot of money. I still can't believe. Does anyone genuinely believe that Messi had no idea that Prime existed? Because looking at his drink, it is just Prime. It is exactly the same. It blows my mind that he's allowed to get fucking go. And he tried suing them. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Second half is just about to commence, you would think, anyway. with the fact that the game started about 7 minutes late, 8 minutes late, I think. It looks hot there. What is the temperature there? Pasadena? 30 degrees. 30 degrees Celsius in Pasadena. So it's understandable that they would have to have a cooling break. I can't believe it's going to be 66 days. That said, though, it'll become a bit easier doing transfer daily streams because the season starts on like August 16th, I think. Yeah, the 16th of August. So June. We've got all of July. And then half of August. And then we're there. We're in the money. Hopefully can get preseason numbers back up before the season starts. Mate, I will. Don't worry. It's the first stream back for the last 2 weeks. And it's PSG versus Atletico in a preseason game. I'm not too worried. Plus, I've had 2 weeks off, and I'm now technically I'm going to be streaming every single day. Sometimes, not sometimes. I'm going to be streaming twice a day for the next fucking 77 days. So it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy to say the least. So naturally, people will tune in. But like I say, I don't think people would really care too much about this game. This one, for me, is more so as a placeholder so that we can have a chat and I can say hello and you guys know I'm back. But the season starts today for me. It starts today for me, that's for sure. Not worried that what Auckland City said. Yeah, well, yeah. It's just a mix of supporters wearing their shirts sitting everywhere. Yeah, there is absolutely no concern over well, I don't know. I fear it may be a little bit different for when like the Mexican sides are involved and like the South American sides are involved because they don't fuck about. You know? They do not fuck about. So I feel like it is going to be somewhat different. Oh, what is going on now? The PSG players do not look happy. Oh. This is the thing, like the American rules are so different to the rest of the world. It's a 15-minute break. Yeah, Glenn, go on, son. Ask away. Hello, Luke. Better late than never. What do you make of all of this? It's a crazy... Logistically speaking, this is such a bad tournament. Like they're just like, yeah, you come on out when you feel like it. Come out when you feel like it. Don't worry too much about being on time. It's just so half-assed, a lot of this. Like, no one looks like they could give a fuck. What do we think about best of ends o'clock video, Reese, mate? 8 out of 10. Come on. If it's minimum 10 out of 10, surely. I'm going to give it a full watch tomorrow. I'm I'm about 10, 15 minutes in, as that's as far as I could get with how busy I've been. But now I'm back, and I'm back to work tomorrow. I'm going to have that on in the background so I can have a little watch. But I would encourage you. Views would say that. Views would say what? The spam clock. Wow. I'm so ready for bed. Fuck. Oh, what? End of season. End of season was great. I know it's obviously fallen off a little bit now, but then again, I've already just gone through. Like, it's purely because no one gives a shit about this game. But I've got to build up from the bottom again, you know. Like I said, the season starts now for us. I'm starting to think this is specifically, unless Atletico have tried just copying them, this new trend of just booting it out is already fucking me off. Second half has commenced. When you gave up beer, did it take all of your energy? I don't know, because I'm not someone who drinks that much that it would affect me on a day-to-day basis. Because I assume if you're drinking, if quitting beer is making you tired, then I would suggest that probably you're drinking every day, if that's the case, or every other day, or a lot anyway. Atletico could be through here. Could save. Do you know what I mean? When you gave up beer, did it take all of your energy? Oh, do you mean like did it take a lot of effort to not? Is that what you mean? Like, did it take a conscious effort to, like, was it hard work not to drink? Which I guess for the first like few weeks, but realistically no, because again, I'm not really someone who drinks like all the time. And typically the only times I drink are when I'm out or with the missus, who doesn't really drink that much unless I'm drinking, or when I'm drinking with the game. The hardest part for me was not drinking with the games anymore, because I do like to have a drink with the football, but I just found that I'm way better on the mic and way better engagement wise when I haven't had a drink. Like, I'm excited to not drink for the next month or so, because I can be a lot more sort of razor sharp with everything I want to say. I just felt like my best commentary was when I wasn't drinking for that 100 days. The further it went, the better I got, kind of thing. Did it drain you? Not really. I actually, like I say, I started to enjoy not doing it, not drinking. There was a big thing. There was a huge moment where I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to drink again. And then I woke up and thought, yeah, fuck that. But even then, I got drunk quite a few times on holiday. But not too bad. I didn't really get hungover once on holiday. I will say I was pretty fine waking up in the morning. Koke still fucking playing football for Atletico. Jesus Christ. How is Koke only 33? What? That's every British person one time in their life. It's not. It's every time they are hungover, I would say. Amount of times I'd say I'm done with drinking after a night out. Come off the bar! Just to then get to the end of that week and think, go on then, fuck it. I drank the super strength lager for 25 years plus. Well, Glenn, mate, I would suggest that we are in different stages of life. If you've been doing that for nearly my entire lifetime, I'm 29 years old, so I can say I've never been that heavy of a drinker. There were stages during COVID and whatnot where I was drinking pretty much every day, but I think that was pretty much everyone. C-bomb tomorrow? Probably not. There'll be one or two, maybe, if you're lucky, I suppose. What's that one drink you can't drink anymore? Mine is Malibu. I hate it anyway. But it was the only thing I got pissed on when my 19th birthday. Never again. Can't stand it. Mine's Disaronno. I got so drunk to the point where I was convinced I got spiked on a night out. But I didn't factor in the fact that I drank a whole bottle of Disaronno before a night out. I think I must have been like 19 as well, maybe 18. But I had like a whole 75 centiliter bottle of Disaronno, and I can't drink it ever again. And I really liked it before. I used to drink it all the time, but did you have shits in the morning? Probably. I woke up in bed and apparently I had to get carried home. I went to the bath. I went to the toilet at the place we were at. And I came out of the toilet and apparently my hair was like dripping wet. My whole shirt was dripping wet. And I don't know why. And then my mate was like, called me a cab and sent me home. But yeah, that was a fun night. Not that I can remember it. I can weirdly remember it, but at the same time, it just goes dark very quickly. I'm convinced I was spiked. I'm absolutely, because I do remember one point I left my drink and then came back like 10 minutes later and drank it. So whilst I do think for the most part, it really was the fact I drank loads of Disaronno before, I still think I was spiked, to be fair. It's the most drunk I've ever been in my life. I've never been that drunk ever since. And believe me, I've had some fucking sessions in my life, and I've never been that fucked in my entire life. Crossed it in. Great chance for Atletico. Corner ball. That pizza's still on the floor down the road. I don't know. I was quite drunk that night. That said, you raise a good point. Are we celebrating wildly if we score tomorrow? I mean, I'll celebrate. But I do think that there is like a factor of we do have to just get through the group stages, and then against bigger sides, yeah. And ends a clock. I don't even know if I've got it all geared up. Do I have it geared up? Ooh. Ladies and gentlemen, it ends a clock. There we go. No. So, Phoebe, me, the missus, and Rufus were all out one night recently. I'd say in the last month. It was, I think it was a Thursday, and we decided to just kind of go out. I think it was like the first night we'd gone out since we both started drinking again. We both decided that was it. I think it was day 100 or day 101. But we thought, right, this is it. We're going out in the town. We'd originally gone to the local pub, which is like a 5-minute walk from our house. And Rufus chewed through his lead. So we had to go home anyway. But by that point, we were like quite, not fucked, but we were obviously a little bit tipsy and like a bit like, oh, go on then. So we've gone home, got another lead. And I've done my ice bath because at that point it was like the last ice bath, I think, for like day 101. And so we've gone, oh, fuck it. Let's just go out. Let's go down proper in town this time. And so we've gone, and obviously the night's gotten away with it, and I've gotten quite drunk. And then suddenly I find myself in Pizza Hut. No dog. No girlfriend with me at all. And I'm like, what's going on? And so I'm like, all right, I'll just go home then. And I've left both of them in town. I've got the key. And I've gone home, and you can see me on the doorbell, on the ring. And I've got the pizza box like held like that, like upwards, like a fucking taco. I've got a taco pizza box, and I'm coming up the stairs like this, and and you can clearly see me be like, oh fuck, I haven't got my keys. So then I've just thrown it on the floor at the door, because I'd already dropped it on the way home. I remember now, looking back, I was walking back with it like that, and it's just slid out, and it's gone on the side on the pavement or whatever. So it's got gravel in it and everything. So the next day we're like chewing it, and I'd obviously not said anything. And I'm like, it's a bit grainy, this. Why is it so grainy? And I'm like, oh fuck. But anyway, you can see me on the camera then have to then go back down the driveway to then look for the keys, because I dropped my keys on the way home. But luckily it was only like outside of our driveway instead of like further down the road or like never to be seen again. See you later, Glenn. All the best. Take it easy, mate. Then you see me come back up the stairs literally like a minute, 50 seconds later. You can see on the timer, it's like 45 seconds later, I come back up the drive, and I've got the keys. Go! Atletico Madrid! 2-1! Alvarez! In the midst of it all! Fucking hell. There we go. 2-1. Wow. Really not expecting that. Seemingly out of nowhere. And then so I've eventually got in. I've undressed everything, and there's pizza just thrown in the sink. And then I'm fairly sure I've like waited looking out the window for them to come home, because I've just left them in a pub. And there's pictures of Rufus just on like a bar stool in the pub that I didn't go to. He's just on top of a bar stool, and there's a bloke like chatting to him. And then eventually, I've clearly like left my station of looking out the window, waiting for them to come home. Gone to VAR here. It could be disallowed for offside, perhaps. But long story short, I went and I threw up significantly in the bath. Passed out in bed. And then for about 15 minutes, the missus was banging on the door, and I couldn't let her in because I was asleep. fuming to say the least. I eventually woke up and I opened the door and I was like, "You're right." Wasn't a good response. Understandably so. But I was so out of it that I was just like, all right. And then I just went straight back to sleep and fell asleep. And I think the next morning, my girlfriend was very much like, you fucking idiot. But in a joking way. I think she realized I was just so drunk, she couldn't be annoyed at me. And I made the list, put it that way. Yeah, like you say. The goal has been disallowed, and naturally, Diego Simeone is sarcastically clapping because obviously they've been hard done by there, but it is absolutely a foul in the build-up to the goal. So I don't know what they want. I don't know what he wants anyone to say. All the games are on DAZN, yes. If you are in the UK, a lot of games are in the are on Channel 5. The following games are on Channel 5. The opening game, Inter Milan versus Al Ahly, it's already gone. Bayern Munich versus Auckland, that's also gone. Chelsea versus LAFC tomorrow. Benfica versus Boca Juniors tomorrow as well. Fluminense versus Dortmund on the 17th. You've got Man City versus Wydad. I'm just checking that all of the Chelsea games are. They're not. Chelsea. Oh no. Only 2 of the Chelsea games in the group stages are on TV. On Channel 5. The Flamengo game is not on TV. It's on DAZN only. Unbelievable. That's enough room behind you for flag. What? I can imagine this drunk guy having a heart-to-heart with Baby Rufus. Apparently, Rufus was the talk of the town that night. I was so drunk, though. DAZN is free. It is free, yeah. You are spot on. Is there enough room for a Chelsea flag behind you? I don't think so. I mean, I've got this big space here that I kind of want to... I've got an idea. I've got something in the pipeline for next season, or this coming season. Multi-use, multi-purpose is what I've got. What is this? What is going on with this, by the way? Like, why is there such a big gap to the right? Should have framed the pizza. God, it was so bad. The Atletico players are not happy with this referee, to say the least. Oh, I know what you mean. Things they swap before football games. What are they called? They're called pennants or banners. You can buy them. Can you add that to cart? I think that one's out of stock. It's called a pennant. There's none on Chelsea's website at the moment, but they did have the Porto one and the Man City one. I've got a ball stand, like I've got like brackets to put footballs in. So I was gonna have like 1, 2, 3 like footballs, Can you see my tan line on my wrist, by the way? I don't know if that picks up on the... Look at that! Whoa! From where my watch has been on holiday. But yeah, I was thinking of having like 3 different footballs. Maybe like somehow get the Champions League footballs from when we've won the Champions League, and then maybe one from like Europa League, or I don't know, or like a Premier League ball. "25 minutes to play in this unbelievable game. It's just so exciting." A ball that was out the year you were born. 1995. Premiership? No, Premier League. It would have been Premiership. Premiership ball. Oh, a Mitre Ultimax. Oh. If it's the one I'm thinking, then absolutely my favorite football of all time. Oh, baby! The Mitre 95 Ultimax, my favorite football of all time. It's just a thing of absolute beauty. Specifically the Premier League one. The one with the FA Premier League logo. A sensational ball. Sensational ball. My favorite World Cup ball is the World Cup 2002 football with the, I think it was Japan, was it? Or it's the South Korea, sorry, not Japan. The South Korea football. Fuck me. Unbelievable football, that one. I love that one. I don't know. Puma's ball this coming season looks pretty good. Carver coming in hot, wins it, gets it in. They could be in here. Defended well in the end. Looks very offside here. Alvarez defended very, very well. I think he left the boot in there. And he kicked Donnarumma in the face. Obviously something he's very sensitive to. Ooh. Is the long sleeve kit being reserved for September time? Meaning, well, I'm not wearing that until the start of the season. No, I'm going to wear that one tomorrow, I think. I'm wearing the training kit right now. Oh. I love the training kit. Really comfortable, really nice. My favorite one, I think. Although, I will say, I like this one. This one's really nice. Anyone remember this one? Was this last year's or was this 2 years ago? This one, absolutely sensational. This has got to be 2 years ago because it's Travago, isn't it? What's going on here? That one. Sensational. 2 years ago it was, yeah. Because it is Travago, isn't it? And now we've got Bing X. Wow. PSG putting pressure here and winning the corner. Thinking about getting a away shirt when I go to London on Saturday. Should I wait for potential sponsor or get it now? I think it looks clean without. Just wondering your guys' opinion. Well, I mean, there it is. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Arguably, and it might be recency bias, but I think it's my favorite away kit for quite some time. I just think with the stripe, the sponsor's going to ruin it. The sponsor is going to ruin it. Yeah. I think that they'll come out with a design where it goes like down and then split, and they'll have like a gap. I just think it looks so nice without it, personally. Already Mexican waves. Already. Oh, sorry. I don't think you're allowed to call it a Mexican wave anymore. It's now called an audience wave. Crowd wave, stadium wave. Is it? I think it's offensive now to Mexicans to call it the Mexican wave. I'm not kidding. My favorite kids. My favorite kits are third kits well, yeah, 100%. Third kits are my all-time favorite. I think this year's third kit's going to be my favorite, maybe of all time, you know. Genuinely has potential to be my favorite third kit of all time. When the third comes out, you have to buy the full tracksuit. I probably will, you know. I probably will. Well, I mean, the Mexican wave is really showcasing just how many people there are there today. It's a fucking sea of people. It is going to sell out so quick. My God. But anything total 90, I'm just going to have to pull out a mortgage and just buy it all. Lee has come on. Away, 2004-5. The silver and black one, or black and silver one. Chelsea away kit. 2004, 2005. Yeah, I've got that one. That is Drogba 15 written all over it. Or Crespo 9. Not Crespo 9. Was it Kesman? I think I saw it. Yeah, it's Kesman 9, wasn't it? Kesman and Drogba, just two, like, it just screams the two of them. That kit for me. I've already spent so much money. I've already spent so much money on Chelsea stuff this season. For this season, I got the tech fleece. For those of you that didn't watch the video of me doing the unboxing of the away kit, I got the new tech fleece. That cost me 130 quid, so that's great. But the total 90 stuff is just gonna make it. I'm probably gonna end up spending like 500 quid this season on kits. How many games will I? It's just the first and the last group stage games that are on TV. Thankfully, the 2 a.m. game is on Channel 5. Because I was saying, any spoilers for that, I would be so fucking annoyed. Getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning just to have it spoiled is not on my list of things to do, I must say. I'm going to get the Anthem jacket as well, or the green one. Wait, have they got... Chelsea Megastore. Is it still called the Megastore? It is. Anthem jacket. They only have the... Oh no, they've got the blue Anthem jacket, but only for kids. See, I really liked the black and pink one last season in theory, and now I see it, and it's just not very nice. I think it's the neck. Green away, blue home. They're both on Nike website. Oh, that one. See, I just don't think that one's worth 130 quid. I just don't get it. I know they know people will pay it, but I just don't understand how they fucking charge that much money for some of this stuff. Like, I'm stuck now. I'm getting tech fleeces every single season. I've not missed one for the last 3 seasons now. Sort us out for the streams, mate, for those not on Channel 5. Mate, it's on DAZN. It's for I'm watching. It's literally on DAZN for free. You just have to show to sign up. You get every single game on DAZN. And then Channel 5 are doing round of 16, round of 16, round of 16, round of 16, quarterfinal, semi-final, and final. I think they're doing majority of the knockout games. Simeone's fuming. 14 minutes to play. And I cannot stress enough how boring this game has been in the second half. Conor Gallagher getting involved. The Gal Dog. Definitely handballed it there. They've been really poor with their officiating with handballs. I didn't get the Club World Cup badge on my shirts, no. Oh, PSG are in! And somehow don't score there. I don't understand how that's not a foul on Oblak. This referee hasn't got a fucking clue. Istvan Kovacs, a 40-year-old UEFA and FIFA referee. He's a PE teacher in his day job. And Longley has been sent off, has he? Has he just been sent off? I don't know. They're not saying that he has or not. Yeah, two yellows, he's off. Both for dissent, I think. Where are the red cards? Red card? No. Red card. Red card. He's off. Second yellow. Been a shit show of a game. The officiating's been terrible. Terrible. Longley, didn't he join recently? He was on loan for them the last season, but he's joined them officially now. Wait, is Longley on the pitch again? What's going on? I'm very confused. It seemed like he didn't even do anything at all. Desiree Doué and Nuno Mendes both coming off. For Hernandez and Mbaye. Anthony Taylor's apparently at the tournament. Thank God he can't officiate our games ever. Thank God. They make out like he'd be biased towards us, but frankly, I think it'd be quite the opposite. We'll give this 5 more minutes. I genuinely do not see PSG letting this one slip. Let's be honest. Here they come. If they get a third, we'll call it there. This could be it. Played in. Not the best of first touches. Would you burn that Mount Sterling kit? I'm glad. This is one of the reasons I never get players on the back of my shirts other than past players like Drogba. Oh my God. I can't believe he's I can't believe he's sent him off for that. That seemed like the most unconfrontational coming together there. Bloody World 11 won soccer. Oh, who gives a fuck? Dan, have you been fucking watching that instead of this? You mug. Oh my God, what a chance! Sorloth, goal was gaping. And he's blazed it over the bar. Oh my word. That would have changed the game. That would have changed the game. Longley, yeah, Longley. Double, double, double. John Terry has won the double. Always makes you think of Longley Zoo. Where? Oh. I think my girlfriend grew up near there. She grew up not too far from there. I'm fairly sure. Where is that? Longley Safari Park. Where is it? Yeah. Not too far. Marquinhos. Vitinha plays it wide. Looking for that third goal. Crosses it in. Oh my God. Atletico Madrid looks so shit. And I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say, and we'd find a way to make them look good, but not true. They stink. They look awful. What are we thinking, by the way, of the new... I mean, it's barely new. I've barely changed it. But the new scoreline, it's now black instead of, like, white, like it was last season. Very small, minor detail, but does it look shit? Or does it look better than last season, if you can remember what it used to look like? Esteval is playing for Palmeiras during the Club World Cup, yes. And the shit from the lane. You prefer the white. I do too. It stands out better. I'm already thinking to go back to what it used to look like. Like that. Just looks so much better. Obviously, the timer's different, but... if I change that to black. Oh. Match timer, where is it? Good chance here for PSG to get another. Back to black. You like the black better? 3-0. 3-0. And I'd argue that is it. Black's easy on the eyes. I think that looks nicer, honestly. I think that looks way better. You want to see a bit? I mean, mate, there's not much to show. I can do one. But there we go. 3-0, and I'm going to leave it there because we don't need to see any more of that. Thank you very much for tuning in to what is the first of many enthralling Club World Cup games, to say the least. Don't forget, first episode of Transfer Daily, a live stream. It's not a video, it's a live stream. I will see you 6 p.m. UK time for all the new transfer news regarding Chelsea in the transfer window. And then, of course, for Chelsea versus LAFC, half an hour before kickoff. Again, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell notification. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.